What's up YouTube, Killer here, and today I'm bringing you a Noble Knight deck profile. I've been testing out Noble Knights on my Yugioh Pro on my computer and at my locals, and they've been doing pretty good. I won 2 of my tournaments, top 2nd place, I think. Yeah, 2nd place with this deck. I even went up against Cliffworts, and I went first, and this got me the advantage. I did beat them though, so let's get started on this deck profile. So first, for Noble Knights, I play 1 Noble Knight of Black Lancelin. Good because he's a searcher. All you have to do is tribute another Noble Knight, and you can add 1 spell or trap. You can add 1 spell, equip spell card, Noble Arms from your deck to your hand. Especially combined with Ektar. You can just special summon Ektar via his effect and use Lancelin to tribute him. Pretty good. Next, I run 2 Noble Knight Gwains. This isn't I try to go for Xyz's place. He really works out. Even though people say I should run 3, I only run 2 Medrots. Turns out 3's pretty good. Because I always get him, but then when I get him, I don't have a Noble Arms in my hand, so I thought dumbing him down to 2 and putting another card in there would help. Next, I run 2 Noble Knight Boars, good for sending my the Noble Arms equipped spell cards to the graveyards. And next, 2 of the new card Boudoir, pretty good. When he's summoned, send a Noble Arms from your deck to the graveyard. And once, while he's on the field, equip 1 Noble Arms from your graveyard to an appropriate monster on the field. Next, for 1s, I run 1 Noble Knight Purger. Good for getting his effects. Good for retrieving a Noble Arms from the graveyard. I run 1 Dristan. I use him for protecting lower attack points for a while. Next, I run 1 Gwalchavad. If I want to retrieve a Noble Knight from the graveyard, and I don't want to use the field spells effect, or I don't have the field spells effects just yet. And next, I run 1 Noble Knight Artorigus, the original Noble Knight. And that's it for the Noble Knight monsters. For Noble Knight support, I run 2 Merlins. 2 because the 3rd one just isn't good for me. I felt like he gets breakthrough skilled and skill drained a lot. Next, I run 2 Gwenevars. 2's a must in the deck. 3's kind of gets your hand clogged up. Gwenevar, just in case one's banished, you have another backup. And for last of the monsters, I run 2 Lady of the Lakes. I'm not just going for an Xyz build, I'm going for a Synchro. That's it for the monsters. For Noble Arms, I run 2 Noble Arms Excaliburns. Can only equip to a Noble Knight, but thanks to that, they can't be targeted by your opponent's card effects. And it's the rank up magic for Noble Knights. You can technically just take 1 Noble Knight Xyz monster and summon the other Noble Knight Xyz just by banishing this card from the graveyard. And for the other Noble Arms, I run 1 Caliburn, good for regaining life points. A Gallatin, this got me over an Apocalypse killer. Towers in my tournament. I run 1 Destiny. People tried to use the effect of Clifford Carrier on my Artorigus. Didn't work, thanks to that. And next, I run 1 Arfadurator. Good for getting rid of set cards, like Fiendish Chain. And for Noble Knight support, I run 1 Last Chapter of the Noble Knights. This card actually won me a duel because I had no monsters and my opponent just destroyed all my monsters in my last turn. And my next turn, I drew this. Their field was completely empty because they torrentialed all my monsters and their monsters. Technically just top deck that. That was pretty awesome. And next, the 2 Noble Knights of the Round Table. This card's actually pretty good because it helps thins out the deck by sending 1 Noble Knight from your deck to the graveyard. and also allows you to get one Noble Knight back from your graveyard to your hand. And for the rest of the spells, I run one Forbidden Lance. Good for getting around cards like Fiendish Chain. Next, I run one Raigeki. A Foolish for Gwennifer, Ektar, and Lancelin. 2 MSTs. And the most obvious card, 3 Reinforcements of the Armies. That's it for the spells. For traps, I play 1 Trapstone. And for the rest, I play 2 Solemn Scoldings. This card's pretty good because you're not going to have any set back row. And it's pretty good. It's Solemn Judgment. It's just, it needs to be the only set card you control, and you have to pay 3,000 for its effect. Other than that, it's the new Solemn Judgment. And now to the extra deck. For extra deck monsters, I play 2 Artorias King of the Noble Knights, 2 Sacred Noble Knights of King Artorias, and 2 Noble Knight of High Lancelin. For the rest, I play 1 Maestroke, 1 Gagaga, a Karen Gorgon, the Anti-Luminescent Knight. Good for in case your opponent tries to MS tier cards, you can just use his effect to retarget. A number 103. Blade Armor, because of all the warriors. Lavavel Chain. He's technically just a rank 4 Foolish. A Gondiva for like Shaddolls and Burning Abyss stacks. And a Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Getting around high attack point monsters. Well, that's been my deck profile, YouTube. Comment on how you think my deck is, how you think I can improve it. And subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings and deck profiles. And this is Chill Killer.